everyone. It's me again, Hunteriplier. I will be doing another video. Uploading another video tomorrow. Both this one and the one I did earlier. The 4th. As you can tell, I cut my hair. Also, I'm using my headphones. I'm not using. Hang on. I'm not using these. They hurt my ears. I have no idea why. So I, for some reason, I couldn't go live on my Twitch. So I contacted them to figure out what was going on. So this video was supposed to be I'm doing this video right now at 8:40 right now, and I was supposed to do this damn video 20 minutes ago, and I'm like, what the hell? So I am here. I may not be live. I'm sorry. I tried. I looked everywhere to find out how I can go live on my Twitch, because Markiplier right here. I'm watching baby Markiplier right here. Okay? And I don't know. He went live on Twitch. It seemed like it was perfectly fine. I don't know how to do it on a laptop, as you can simply tell. So instead of doing it on my cell phone, like I usually do, I thought maybe I could do it on a laptop, because a laptop has a camera. I was so wrong. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. The microphone is working. It's working perfectly fine. I can hear myself in these. So my voice is more enhanced and shit like that. As you can tell, these have a little snakes on them, and they glow. They said this headset was gonna work when it came to being on the PlayStation 3. They lied to me. I don't see where it goes, because sure, there's the USB cord, but when it comes to these little guys right here, you see that? I don't know what I'm supposed to do. So this is now going to be my PC gamer headset. So instead of using it, so I have one for my Xbox 360, and then I have another one for my PlayStation 3. But the only thing that's different is that this one it only has one of these on my ear, and you have the other go right here, and it stops right here, a little stop behind your ear. And it's hard for me to hear my friends while I'm playing online with them. And how I met every single one of them was through Call of Duty Ghosts. Because I was a badass, apparently, I guess. I don't know. Or just me saying, oh my fucking gosh, you scared the living shit out of me. Or something like that. I'm not sure how. I was just talking earlier today on how the hell did I make my friends my friends. I have no idea. So, like I said in the last video that I'm going to be uploading tomorrow, and then same with this one as well. So this one might have been made on the 7th. The other one that I have on this laptop with this camera right here that I'm pointing at, literally just pointing at. It was made on the 4th. And that's when I did my hair. So it's kind of an undercut. It's military style somewhat. But I tried to go live on my Twitch. It did not want to go with me. It did not want to agree with me. Also, my light, you can see in the background, it broke. Because I have my seat, that's usually in the corner over here. I'm not sure how. It wasn't anywhere near. It wasn't anywhere near the damn wheels. Yet, it still came from all the way up here and fell. It fell onto the ground, and that brightish blue light bulb broke. It broke. And I was like, what the fuck? And then I look over and I'm like, oh my fucking gosh, what the fuck? So, I made a big oops. So, I made a big oops. So, and also it was a good portion of cat fur over there, so I can tell, I definitely know. It may not be, exposed like the rest of my carpet in my room, but, apparently you can tell my cat was sleeping in that corner. Cause, ever since I, put, this, chair like an oops. Sorry, I hit the camera. That can move. It can go all the way around. It's a rotating chair. I don't know what's going on. Getting late. I'm tired. I walked a lot today. My mom got on my ass to take out to recycle or throw away all of my fucking damn bottles. So I did that today. And then I went to go to McDonald's and I got something to eat. So then I went to my bank, took and I had a bunch of pennies and quarters and, well, not really much quarters, but definitely dimes and nickels in my faking piggy bank. So I went to my bank, which is Mid Oregon Credit Union, and I cashed it in, and I have some money in my bank account again. I wanted to make sure I had plenty enough to do my Netflix at least one more month before it goes off, and yeah. Oh, also, I really want to talk about the Dragon Prince. Oh my gosh, it was so fucking hilarious. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to express it. It reminded me of, when it came to Avatar: The Last Airbender. Okay? So, let's get into a serious conversation right here. So, the Dragon Prince. So, I forgot most of the characters' names already, but you should know who I'm talking about. The guy who, voice acts, the stepson. The stepson. So, that guy voice acted Sasuke. I mean, not Sasuke, Sokka from Avatar: The Last Airbender. It took me a while to realize that, because I was like, you don't sound like Zuko at all. And then when it came to his scream here and then, I'm like, deja vu. So, yeah, the Dragon Prince. Zim, oh my gosh, he is the most adorable baby dragon I've ever seen in my entire life. Oh my gosh. That little dragon made me cry when it came to his mom. It kind of reminded me of mine, being in a hospital and everything, recently. And watching Zim being hesitant to go to his mom in the last few episodes of season 3, I believe, it broke my heart. He's like, should I go over to her? I'm terrified. I don't really entirely know her. Is she gonna be a bad person? Or it's like he gave me that sense of dread. Sorry, I didn't mean to take the camera. He just gave me that sense of dread. I'm like, come on, Zin, that's your mother. She's asleep. She lost her mate. Okay, she lost Thunder. Okay, I remember some of the characters' names. If you want me to, I can look them up. Wait, where's my phone? Hang on. There it is. But yeah, fuck, man. I've watched plenty of animes in my life. And cartoon-like animes, like Avatar Starfinder and Legend of Korra. Now, those are good areas, too. So, there's a lot when it comes to, Column. That's his name, Column. So, Prince Column. Okay, my first impression of him when it came to Claudia. That's Claudia, right? Because she's... Yep, Claudia. Oh my fucking gosh. He is the worst flirter in the world when it came to seeing him, trying to train sword fighting with Soren. It was so funny. He tried to tell Claudia that she was about to walk into a tree, and she's like, Soren's like, oh, she'll be fine. She'll see it. If it wasn't for Colin to tell her that she's ready to go and walk into a tree while she's reading a book, she would be going face first into that. I know that for a fact. She wouldn't know what hit her. She's like, what the hell? I could have sworn nothing was in front of me. You are so wrong. So, this is just me chatting about animes I've watched in my past, and the most recent one is The Dragon Prince. So, I'll now do one of my first impressions of Column. Still, he's terrible at being a soldier, as you can tell in the first few episodes of season 1. He doesn't know how to ride a horse. He doesn't know how to do a sword at all, or a spear. He doesn't even know how to stand correctly. And I'm like, you're a prince. You're supposed to be a prince. And your father is the king, and he knows how to fight. And you can't. And you can't. So here's the sorcerer's son teaching you how to sword play, how to be a swordsmanship, be a swordsman. And you're here flirting with a girl who's reading a book and walking at the exact same time, and she's getting ready to walk into a tree, and you tell her that, while her brother says don't tell her, because he wants her to walk into the tree. And I was like, right off the bat with the laughs. Literally, right off the bat. When, I was still working at Fifth Way, my coworker Michelle was dying to freaking tell me about the Dragon Prince. And I watched it. I watched all 3 seasons. All three. Now I'm eagerly waiting for the fourth season, and I'm like, hurry up! Sorry, I didn't even overload the mic there. I'm like, seriously, hurry the fuck up. They're saying that they're gonna do at least 7. Okay, so there's 7 seasons. Okay, that seems reasonable enough, but I don't know about that. So, now, first, finishing off my impressions on Column. So he didn't entirely sorry, that's my mom. I'm not even sure how I can hear her laugh echoing in my headset. Okay. My door is not even closed. It's almost closed and I can still hear her. Man, this is a very powerful mic. Anyways. He wasn't entirely a coward. He wanted to help his father. He wanted to let it be known that he was going to be assassinated. And then Rayla comes in. The Nightshade Elf. The worst, not saying it's a bad thing, I don't want to be rude, but they said the Nightshade Elves, or whatever kind of elf, wait, hang on, fuck, it's in here somewhere, I know it is. Hang on, just give me a second. She's some kind of elf. She's a Moon Shadow. Sorry, Moon Shadow Elf. Okay. But still, either way. First meets Rayla. So he was let's see, brave enough to tell Rayla that he was Ezrin, his little brother, his half-blooded brother. He said that he was Ezrin, not Colum. And Rayla was about to kill him until Ezrin comes out of a giant-ass fucking painting in the room with, with bait. And he was like, come with me, and they're both like, what the fuck? And she was saying, Colum, you said your name was Ezrin. So, Ezrin's right there. So, more of my impressions on Colum. He seemed really bravo, whatever, very adventurous, brave. Here and there, maybe a little jealous, but his flirting was terrible. I know a guy, wants to try, but the way he did it seemed like he was really desperate for love or something, the way I see it. But it was fucking hilarious trying to watch him trying to flirt with Claudia and with Rayla, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? That is not how you get a girl to kiss you or whatever. That's not how you do it. But every man is different. But now on my impression on Enzo, Rezo or whatever, Raisin or whatever. He's the younger brother of Colum, and he's still a fucking kid, man. He's hard-headed, he's stubborn, he won't listen, he's still a kid. What do you expect? So, he has a favorite pet, and that pet he can actually understand, and no one else knows this until later on, I think when Zim hatches from his egg. I believe that's in season 2 later on, maybe somewhere in the middle. I need to rewatch it, but after Zim hatched from his dying egg, Damn fucking mic, I swear. Um, he understood Zim when he told him his name. He already knew. The dragon already knew its fucking name. And he was. Oh shit, that's it's hard. I just go by Zim. They're yeah. It's a hard name to pronounce. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know who I'm talking about. So and he's still a kid. So he's still very carefree, energetic, very caring, loving, thoughtful. He thinks of others a little bit before himself still. He might still be a kid, but he does that. He always asks if the person that's hurting emotionally, physically, that they're okay. And I'm like, that is a perfect little boy. I want a son like that. So, when it comes to Ensign, yes, Ensign, he's an amazing little kid. And Bait, oh my gosh, Bait is fucking hilarious. Just, and I'm just like, and then color changes, and I'm like, and then Ensign is saying that he changes his skin depending on his mood, and I'm like, that is so cool. I want a pet like that, but then again, we can't get it's fantasy and it's an animated series. Now on to Rayla. Now, when we start season 1, we are learning about the death of the mighty dragon known as Thunder, but his true name is known later on in season 3, I think. But either way, still, the Moon Shadow Elves are seeking revenge. So, they send, I'm trying to remember, 5? No. I'm trying to remember. I know it's Rayla. Hang on, it's Rayla. Well, either way, there are like 4 to 5 assassins coming over to the human kingdom, towards to kill. Damn it! I suck at this. Oh my fucking. You're kidding me, right? Harrow. King Harrow. Okay. Sorry, I suck at this. Like, seriously, I suck at everything. Anyways. They are coming over to kill and assassinate King Harrow. And that is Column's stepfather. And Ezra's, whatever, birth father. And they are solely blaming him for killing Thunder. No. They don't know the truth. There was 2 humans that day that killed him. But the one who was solely more, who was the one that was solely, the very person that actually was the one that actually killed him, that one belongs to Varen. Okay? Varen, the sorcerer, the wizard who's using dark magic. He is the one who told him, King Harrow, to kill Thunder. To avenge his dead wife and his 2 dead comrades. Okay, look. That is wrong. Look, revenge, it's gonna make matters worse. King Harrow saw that. He knew that. As much as he wanted to avenge his wife, he rather grieve than kill a dragon that was just protecting his own land. Okay? The war started because of Thunder's death. Okay? And Rhea was tasked to kill a soldier, a human soldier that was I think going back to the human kingdom of where King Harold was at. And she was about to ready to kill him. But something stopped her. So when she looked into his eyes and saw the fear in his eyes, that made her stop. She stopped with her swords. She had both of her swords around his throat, and she withdrew them because she saw the fear in his eyes. And when she was getting ready to go back to her group of assassins, she used a plan. It was very I wouldn't say exactly a very small idea, but the plant made it look like it was blood when actually it wasn't. And she came back with both of her blades covered in with the liquid residue of that very plant that she found in the forest. And the one that was in charge, ruin him. Him right there. The one up there. Said, good job. And then they come to find out that he lived, and, the rest is, history. Anyways, Rhea let him live. And in doing so, that same guard and slash soldier went and warned King Harold and Varen. So they were already they were now expecting the freaking ambush in the assassination. So Rayla was tasked on staying back after she did the bondage. So they did their little I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just gonna say a little ritual on. Sorry, but I keep shaking the camera. So they did a bond, and now they have on their wrists and other parts of their body, with some kind of ribbon shit. And it caused the magic. It would not come off until King Harold and his son, as in, were dead. They were not going to come off until then. So, they found out that, when Soren and some of his men left to find the Moonshadow Elves, Rowan found the same face he told Rayla to kill. And he was furious. He told her to stay put. To stay there at their campsite until the job was finished by the other 4 or 3. Okay? And Rayla was feeling a little awkward afterwards, asking if her friends needed help, or she can have a chance to sharpen her weapons, and they were not talking to her because they felt betrayed, and she felt bad for it. And when they told her that they were going, and she had to stay put, she stayed put for a short bit before taking of herself, and that's how she meets Colum, after stalking him very carefully, somewhat, around the hallway after Colum. And once he found out that he was being followed, she attacked him. And he told her that he was the prince that she was looking for. And that's when everything else happened. So, On the rest of my impression on Rayla, she seems really strong-headed, and she seems more stubborn, and she has a lot of bravado. She thinks that she can do everything herself and she hates water, and I think it's really strange. And then we find out that I guess she almost nearly drowned or something. So her and water are not in a good relationship, but she drinks water, but she doesn't go in the water. Yeah, that's not weird at all. I mean, I've watched plenty of people playing video games with people who had phobia. That, when it comes to water, they have a reason for that. They have to have a really, really bad history with it. They would still drink it, but as long as it's not on them and their clothing, they won't freak out. But when it came to Rayla, she's like, there's no way in hell I am going in that rowboat. Fuck that shit. No, I am not going in there. I don't care. You would have to drag me to put me in there. And I'm like, what the hell? So, we know her fear and a little bit of a weakness, but she also hates it when it rains. And I'm like, it's not. You know what? Never mind. Fine. Just be. I don't know. But when it comes to my first impressions on Rayla, she's hilarious once in a while. And she seems also competitive. She also is a little jealous when it comes to and she's also very cautious, especially when it comes to Soren and Claudia, because they deal in dark magic. It's mostly Claudia, not Soren, but still, because she's cautious about everyone besides Colin and Enzim. And she's like, what do you want? She's like so on edge. And she's like, making sure that no one's behind her, no one's anywhere near her to like attack her. That only increases when their aunt, as in Zane Column's aunt, tells a man to go find them and rescue them from her. And she heard the noise and everything, and then he attacks her and she loses one of her swords because the brand of the magic is still around her wrist and it's making her hand go purple because she can't hold her sword now for shit, her blade. And I'm not even sure how Soren, and Colin did not wake up from their in conversation with their battle. I thought they were, sorry, I didn't mean I thought their battle was close enough. Apparently it wasn't, but still, I think Rayla is an amazing character. Now, on to King Harrow. Now that is a wise king. He didn't want to kill Thunder. He was very passionate, very loving and thoughtful and caring to his wife. All the way to the point when she died. Okay? And as much as he was heartbroken when she died, he lived on. He did not want to kill Thunder. He knew what it would do if he killed Thunder. It would start a war he could possibly never win. And that's exactly what happens. That's exactly what happens. As soon as Soren convinces him to finally kill him, they go through it, and what happens? 4 to 5 assassins, not just any assassin elf, the Moon Shadow Elf, comes after him for killing and destroying their egg. For killing the dragon and destroying his egg. That was not entirely his fault. Varen did that for his own gain. Okay? I'm not sure what made Varen become a power-hungry maniac and man, okay? I don't know what the hell drove him to say that he was going to be the next king on the throne. That belongs to one of his kids. Rather it's his stepson or his actual full-blooded son. Okay? I don't know. But still, on King Harold, he seemed to be stubborn too. I mean, apparently not. A lot of men are like that. A lot of men. I'm like that, for heaven's sakes. You can ask my mom. You can even ask my mom, my sister. I'm stubborn. But, and also, really strong-headed, apparently. So, but yeah, he seemed very passionate, very strong and confident in his strength, in his mind, his heart. So, that's a win-win in my opinion. And he tried his best to be wise. He tried his best to be thoughtful to all of everyone that was part of his kingdom. He was very passionate. He was definitely. And I wish we could have seen more of him besides just season 1 and he dies. We don't even see how he died. So that's a little questionable in that factor. We know he's dead because they burned his body and everything, but I guess they didn't want to show too much graphic. I understand that no blood and gore should be happening in a little kid show, because technically a Dragon Prince is for kids. Not too young, but young enough to understand the grief in the show. But that's practically everything I can think of when it comes to talking about King Harold, my impressions on him. Now on to Rowan. It's the same amount almost. Now, Rowan was the leader, it seemed like, when it came to the 4 or 5 assassin group to come over to kill King Harold, to assassinate him. He seems like a really... He had, that leadership skill, okay? The other elves trusted him with their lives. They knew that if they had him at their back, that they could accomplish anything. He wanted Rayla on the hunting team, on the assassination team, because she excelled in her stealthiness and all of her other skills as a Moon Shadow Elf. He thought that she was ready to be an assassin, to be a killer. And he found out that she's still just a kid. That she's still just a kid. And that she was not yet ready for this type of job. She didn't kill the guard when he ordered her to do. He silently told her to go kill this man so that he wouldn't go back and warn the rest of the kingdom that where King Harold's at, to let it be known that the Moon Shadow Elves were going over there to assassinate him. He trusted her with that. So, he seems like a man who needs trustworthy men and women to be at his side. So, that's the other impression I have with him. Okay? And he also seemed to be having a little bit of the, angry management. So, when he found out that Rhea came to the castle, he was pissed. He's like, I told her to stay back until we were done with the job. And she's like, change your plans, I guess. And I'm like, well, that's a great way to tell that to your boss, technically, in a way, for this mission. So, and they go into a fight, and I'm like, you guys are supposed to be friends, and you're going into a fight over a stupid fucking egg. Come to find out, it's a dragon egg, and it has Zim in it. And I'm like, okay, that seems reasonable enough, but he was going out to kill her. And I was like, dude, she might have disobeyed you, but you don't have to go out and kill her. She might have disobeyed your order, but that still doesn't give you the right to try to kill her just to get to the egg and then kill Keen Harrow and his firstborn son and then just up and leave. So, my impressions on Ruin are a little, yeah. Now, we're going to Claudia. Now, she seems really funny. When it comes to saying Raspero or whatever, when she was showing Colum how to use this orb that has a storm inside of it, and she used the magic word Raspero or whatever, he felt a bunch of wind, and he's like, do you smell that? And she's like, he's like, you know what? It's peanuts. Oh, okay. Is that supposed to come with the wind? No, that's what I had for lunch. Are you fucking kidding me? That's what you did. Okay. When it comes to women in comedy, I have plenty of, let's just say, there's not many women out there that can make me laugh like Claudia did in Dragon Prince. I thought Toph and Katara and Korra could, and Asami in The Legend of Korra and Avatar: The Last Airbender. I was so wrong. Here I go, watching The Dragon Prince. Oh, that's what I ate for dinner. That's what I had for lunch. She seemed really lively. She seemed to be very caring and loving and thoughtful and a little stupid at times. She's like, and I'm like, what the hell are you doing, Claudia? So, we first meet Claudia, I believe in somewhere in season 1, episode 1 of season 1, and she's getting ready to walk into a fucking tree. I'm so interested in this book. Oh, yeah. So, Colin tells her that she's about to walk into a tree, and she's like, oh, okay, thank you. Goes back to the book and sits down. So she knew, and then she's like, when was this tree here? And they were like, it's been there for like over 100 years. So there's an example of her stupidity. Then, we go, let's see, I'm trying to remember another. Oh, when she thought that they still had the dragon. Ooh, we still have the dragon! Ooh, open! Bunch of butterflies! Ooh! When they were trying to capture Zim after he hatched from the, egg. That's later on after they were leaving, it was an area where the lake is almost in the shape of the moon and everything, and we meet her. She's the moon guardian or whatever. Oh, that beautiful ass bird. Oh my gosh. I thought it was a fucking phoenix, but it wasn't a phoenix. It was something else. And I'm like, that bird is so beautiful either way. So, yeah, Claudia, oh my gosh. I saw plenty of women who were funny in animes and reality shows. I was so wrong. I was so fucking wrong. And she couldn't have been proving that even further. So, and when it came to rescuing and helping Soren get his legs back, and I saw the white hair on her, and I'm like, you're not supposed to do that. I don't think you're supposed to do that, Claudia. And she does it anyway. That's showing you how compassionate, how loving and caring and thoughtful she is to her family. Okay, that's her brother, and he couldn't walk. They didn't know if his spine was going to recover enough for him to be able to move. And he says, I can't feel anything. I can't move. I can't feel my toes. I can't feel anything from the waist down. And Claudia, who's very desperate, also meets Ensign, well, on a honey badger or something. And it's in the alleyway and everything, growling in her face. And she's like, well, hello there. And I'm like, Claudia, that's an animal, and it's like it's gonna get ready to pounce on you. But it doesn't. It ends in is just talking to it, telling it that it's okay, that she's a friend and friendly. She's a comrade, and telling it to go back to the forest. And I talk for a bit, and she asks him to help her out with something. And it looks like she kills a baby deer just to get Soren back his legs. So, after you see her petting that deer, or whatever kind of animal deer that is, you hear in Soren's room, he's just looking out the window or something, just simply relaxing there, and the people are saying, wait, stop, don't go in there, you're not supposed to go in there, what the fuck are you doing? And she's coming in, literally floating off the ground, light everywhere, and her hair is like Medusa. It's everywhere, and her eyes are glowing. Soren's like, hey sis, what are you doing? Sis. So, uses her magic. He didn't know that, but the way it looked like if he was awake, he'd be like, sis, don't you dare. He was actually asleep, actually. No, I remember. He was asleep. Soren was asleep. And he wakes up and sees Claudia on his bedside. And the room is thrashed, I think, and no one's inside there besides her and him. And he's like, oh, I can feel my legs again. I can feel everything. And he can move his toes and everything. And he's like, hell yeah. And he looks at, Claudia, you okay, sis? And she's like, oh, thank goodness, you're awake. And that's how he got his legs back. And when it came to trying to capture Zim and forcefully capture Colin and Ensign, it was very heartbreaking to watch. I think her father literally brainwashed her. Soren a little bit, but it's mostly Claudia. She chooses her father over her brother, who is literally transforming into a non-human person. The dark magic, it changes his skin to whitish gray. And he has black veins all over himself. And I'm like, sorry, I didn't mean to burp. And I'm like, what the fuck? That is why you don't use dark or black magic. That's what's gonna happen. But Claudia does use it. She uses it. And that's what I guess what causes her to get white hair. And I'm like, when I saw her do it the first time, before the end of the episode of season 3, the last episode, I was like, don't you ever do that again. And she does it fucking again. Her father dies from a fall. She brings him back to life, and she has half of her hair no longer purple, that nice blackish purple, whatever, with nice peaked dead ends anymore. Half of that hair is white. Are you fucking kidding me? She's ending up like her father. Okay? She's ending up like her father. Maybe not as power driven as him, but using the dark magic like that just to bring her father back to life. That could have cost her her life. And she still did it. So, this is gonna be part 1 of my impressions on the Dragon Prince. So, I know this is right now the 7th, and it's well past. It's 9:30. Wow, already? I will be doing part 2 immediately tomorrow. I'll probably do it in the morning, and then I'll probably, if I'm not done doing part 2, I'll probably do a part 3 and a part 4 to make it equal, because for some reason, I hate odd numbers. I don't know why. I've been trying to figure that out for the last 10 years of my life. I've been trying to figure that out for the last 10 years of my life, to try to figure out why I hate odd numbers. I'm 21, and I hate that. I don't know why. So, I'll be very happy that 8th in this entire world to be 22. So, anyways. Ow, my leg. Anyways, thank you guys for watching when this video is uploaded on the 8th. Today, right now, is the 7th of September. Tomorrow, right now, in a way, in this video, it will be actually today. But right now, it's not the 8th of September of 2021. So, I will do my part 2 tomorrow. Either really, maybe at noon tomorrow, like 12 o'clock. So between 12 to 6, I will be seeing if I can finish up my impressions of when I first watched Dragon Prince. And then I'll also do another video possibly tomorrow about updating you about my book. Because I finally finished chapter 1, the prologue, and I finally have official artwork made only by me. I made sure of it. So I have official artwork that I have had in my mind since I was 4 years old. Okay? So I envisioned Roku when I was 4 years old. Okay? And I finally drew him what he was supposed to look like. So, this artwork belongs to no one but me. I made sure that I told my mom that 2 days ago, and she's very proud of me. I told her that I finally did it. I finally did my own artwork with nobody copywriting. I didn't do anyone copywriting. I did it my own way. I can finally do it. Now I just need to figure out how to do Edward, the main antagonist in the anime, in the book. So he's the enemy, he's the villain in the book, and Rairoku is also the hero, but he's also the villain too. And that's why I'm saying that. For a reason why I'm saying he's also the villain, not just a hero. Edward is also a hero and a villain. So I'm giving them both the anti-hero shit. You know what I mean? So, I'll be doing that tomorrow. Remember, today is the 7th, not the 8th. So, when this video is uploaded, it'll be sometime tomorrow morning. So, and also I've got to do the one from, with this little tent. Hang on, I'll give you. This is the little tent I got Spirit. So, this is the tent I was talking about. In the video before this one. And I have a short video on my cell phone, my iPhone here. So, I have a short video of my cat saying, you know, like, it's like, what the fuck is that? I don't know what that is. I don't want to go in there. So it's a short video of him, like, saying, what the fuck are you? And he's like, ooh, there's a birdie. Touch, 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 touch. Expect. I'm done here. So, it's just a short video of me trying to get Spirit to go inside of there and just be himself. You know, like, come on, dude, you're fine. You can go in there. It's for you. Because, on that same day when I was opening out the package, it was like, bazinga! And I was like, no, I was not ready for that. When I opened the package, it said it pops up immediately. And I was like, I'm going to open it. So I was like, what the fuck just happened? And my childhood best friend, John, was laughing his ass off beside me. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, dude. If it happened to you, you'd be like that too. You know, going to open a package. So, if you were the one to open that package, you would do the exact same thing, dude. I swear. So, anyways, this is part 1 of me talking about the Dragon Prince. So, I'm gonna, tell my old coworker, Michelle about this video at my old workplace. I'm gonna go see her if I can and tell her about this video that I'm going to be uploading very soon. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know, please. I told you that this channel is not just only about watching me play any kind of game, like survival horror game, funny games, whatever. I also talk about my own anime and the book I'm writing. And I also ask you, that if there's any video game you want me to play, I will play it. And if there's any anime you want me to talk about, I will do that just for you. It can't be just about my stuff, okay? Or what video game I choose to play, okay? That can be also up to you. But then again, it's up to you on this option. These are your rights, okay? So, I hope that you like this video and the one before it. And then my little funny video of my cat trying to figure out how the hell he can expect this little tent I just gave him. So, I'll be doing part 2 of me talking about the Dragon Prince impressions tomorrow on September 8th. Today is September 7th, 2021 at 9:30ish, around that time. So, I made this video at 8:40 today. So, I hope you guys enjoyed my little, little happiness, shit like that, So, anyways, you guys, sorry, Mike. So, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye!